That pint in your freezer right now. The one you're about to eat. The familiar brand you've trusted since childhood. It's not ice cream. It's frozen dairy dessert. Industrial gums and emulsifiers whipped with air. Artificial flavors marketed as natural. For decades, Americans have trusted major ice cream brands. The colorful packaging. The childhood memories. The promise of simple frozen cream and sugar. But what you're buying today is not what built those brands. We investigated 10 of America's most popular ice cream brands. We examined ingredient lists. We analyzed air content and overrun percentages. We exposed the corporate consolidation that destroyed quality. What we found is disturbing. Most of what's sold as ice cream isn't legally ice cream anymore. It's engineered frozen foam. These are the brands Americans should avoid. Let's expose them. Americans consume over 1.3 billion gallons of ice cream annually. That's roughly 23 pounds per person every year. It's in every freezer. Birthday parties. Summer nights. Comfort food. Movie snacks. Late-night cravings. Ice cream is woven into American culture. But here's what most consumers don't know. The ice cream industry has fundamentally changed. Corporate consolidation happened. A handful of companies now own dozens of brands. Unilever alone owns Breyers, Klondike, Good Humor, Ben & Jerry's Tillamook, and Magnum. Nestle owns Häagen-Dazs, Dreyer's/Eddie's, Skinny Cow, and Drumstick. These corporations don't compete on quality. They compete on price and shelf space. Quality degraded systematically. Real ice cream became frozen dairy dessert. Cream was replaced with milk. Then milk was replaced with skim milk. Sugar was replaced with corn syrup. Then high fructose corn syrup. Natural flavoring became chemical approximation. And air was pumped in to increase volume while reducing actual product. This is called overrun. The FDA allows up to 100% overrun. That means half the container can be air. You're buying frozen foam, not ice cream. In this investigation, we'll expose which brands legally cannot call themselves ice cream anymore. We'll reveal the gums and stabilizers used to create fake creaminess. We'll show you the air injection scam that means you're buying frozen foam. And we'll tell you which brands are still making real ice cream. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to buy. Let's dive in. Number 10. Great value. Walmart's store brand. The cheapest option. Americans buy this thinking it's the same as name brands. Just cheaper. It's not the same. It's worse. Great value ice cream is contract manufactured. Walmart doesn't own creameries. They contract with the lowest bidder. Whoever can produce ice cream cheapest. The sourcing varies. The quality is consistently terrible. Great value ingredient lists are the worst. Skim milk listed first. Not cream. Skim milk. That tells you everything. Corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup in some varieties. Whey. This is a cheese-making byproduct. Cheap protein filler. Multiple gums. Gar gum. Carob bean gum. Araginon. Artificial flavors. Mono and diglycerides. Cellulose gel. Cellulose gel. This is wood pulp. Processed plant fibers used as a cheap thickener. You're eating wood pulp marketed as ice cream. And many great value varieties are frozen dairy dessert, not ice cream. They can't legally call it ice cream because it doesn't meet FDA standards. Too little milk fat. Too many fillers. Too much air. The overrun is extreme. Open a container and it feels light. Almost weightless. Because it's mostly air. You're buying air in a plastic tub. Marketed as ice cream. Great value is cheap for a reason. It's the absolute bottom of quality. Industrial waste in a colorful container. Walmart optimizes for price. Not quality. Not nutrition. Just maximum profit per square foot of freezer space. And customers pay the health cost. Before we go further, subscribe and hit like. This investigation exposes what major ice cream companies don't want you to know. Let's keep going. Number 9. Eddie's. Also sold as Dreyers on the West Coast. Owned by Ferneri. A joint venture between Nestle and PAI Partners. Massive industrial production. Distributed nationally. One of the largest ice cream brands in America. Eddie's used to be decent. Mid-tier quality. Reasonable ingredients. A step above the bargain brands. Then corporate consolidation happened. Nestlé bought them. Quality declined systematically. Now it's standard industrial ice cream, indistinguishable from cheaper brands. Eddie's slow-churned line is particularly deceptive. Heavily marketed. Positioned as premium. Half the fat. Fewer calories. Healthier option. Sounds good, right? Here's how they achieve lower calories. They reduce fat. Use skim milk instead of cream. Add more air. Significantly more air. The overrun is extreme. Use artificial sweeteners in some varieties. Sugar alcohols. The result is frozen dairy dessert, not ice cream, with a chemical aftertaste. From sugar alcohols and artificial sweeteners, you're not eating healthier ice cream. You're eating less ice cream. More air. More chemicals. Less actual dairy. And paying premium prices. For what? For slow-churned marketing. It's meaningless. Ice cream should be churned slowly. That's how you make quality ice cream. Eddie's is marketing a basic production technique, as if it's innovative, while delivering inferior product. Number 8. Blue Bell. A Texas brand. Cult following in the South. The best ice cream in the country. That's their slogan. Texans are fiercely loyal. But that loyalty is misplaced. In 2015, Blue Bell had a massive listeria outbreak. 3 people died. 10 people hospitalized. 8 additional cases linked to the contamination. The contamination was traced to Blue Bell facilities in Texas, Oklahoma, and Alabama. The entire company production was shut down. All products recalled. It was the largest ice cream recall in U.S. history. Over 8 million gallons of ice cream destroyed. Investigations revealed systemic sanitation failures. Dirty equipment that hadn't been properly cleaned in years. Inadequate cleaning procedures throughout all facilities. Listeria found in multiple production lines. Environmental samples tested positive repeatedly. This wasn't a one-time accident. It was years of negligence. Cost-cutting on sanitation. Prioritizing production speed over safety. Blue Bell reopened after cleanup. But the same corporate culture remains. The same management that allowed the contamination. And even before the listeria outbreak, Blue Bell quality was declining. The ingredients had already shifted. More corn syrup. More stabilizers. Less cream. The formula degraded while trading on Texas pride. Texans still buy it out of state loyalty. But loyalty to a brand that killed people through negligence is misplaced. Blue Bell is trading on reputation, while delivering industrial product, with a documented history of safety failures. Number 7. Halo Top. The healthy ice cream. Low calorie. High protein. Marketed to fitness enthusiasts and dieters. Here's the truth. It's not ice cream. Look at the label. Frozen dessert. Not ice cream. They use skim milk. Sugar alcohols instead of sugar. Erythritol. Stevia. Terrible texture. Icy. Rainy. Chemical aftertaste. High protein from milk protein concentrate. Processed dairy byproduct. Sugar alcohols cause digestive issues. Bloating. Gas. Diarrhea. If you want low-calorie dessert, eat a smaller portion of real ice cream. Don't eat an entire pint of chemical-laden frozen foam. Number 6. Skinny Cow. Another diet ice cream. Low-fat. Portion-controlled. Marketed to women. Frozen dairy dessert. Not ice cream. Skim milk. Sugar alcohols. Artificial sweeteners. Multiple stabilizers. Terrible texture. Icy. Watery. Portion control is a scam. Servings are tiny. You eat multiple. End up consuming as many calories as real ice cream. With worse ingredients. More chemicals. Skinny Cow is marketing targeting women's insecurities. Not a healthy alternative. Number 5. Klondike. Owned by Unilever. The massive multinational corporation. Klondike bars. Ice cream sandwiches. Honus. Novelty products. What would you do for a Klondike bar? The famous slogan. Aggressive marketing for decades. Klondike is engineered for shelf stability and profit, not quality. Novelty ice cream products need to survive shipping. Storage. Months in freezers. So they're formulated with maximum stabilizers. Maximum preservatives. Minimum actual dairy. The ice cream inside Klondike products is terrible. Look at the ingredients. Skim milk. Not cream. Skim milk listed first. Sugar. Corn syrup. Whey. Coconut oil. Coconut oil. This is used instead of cream. Cheaper. Gives a fatty mouthfeel. Mimics creaminess. But it's not dairy fat. It's tropical oil. Linked to deforestation. Your ice cream contains coconut oil. Not cream. Mono and diglycerides. Gargum. Carob bean gum. Araginon. Artificial flavor. Natto for color. This ingredient list is industrial formulation, not food. And the chocolate coating is not real chocolate. Look closely at the label. Chocolate-flavored coating, not chocolate. Made with palm kernel oil, not cocoa butter. Palm kernel oil is cheaper. It's also linked to massive environmental destruction. Rainforest cleared for palm plantations. You're eating fake chocolate. Made with environmentally destructive oil. On fake ice cream. Made with coconut oil instead of cream. It's engineered food product. Not dessert. Number 4. Good Humor. Also owned by Unilever. Classic American brand. Ice cream trucks. Childhood memories. The iconic jingle. Summer afternoons. Chasing the ice cream truck. Strawberry shortcake bars. Chocolate eclairs. Toasted almond bars. These memories are powerful. But Good Humor is industrial garbage. Good Humor novelty products use the same base as Klondike. Skim milk. Corn syrup. Coconut oil instead of cream. Gums and stabilizers. Artificial flavoring. Palm kernel oil in the coatings. And most Good Humor products are frozen dairy dessert, not ice cream. They can't legally call it ice cream because it doesn't meet FDA standards. The nostalgia is weaponized. Deliberately. You remember Good Humor from childhood. Ice cream trucks on summer days. The excitement of hearing the jingle. Running to get money from parents. Choosing your favorite bar. That memory drives purchases, even though the product changed. But what you're buying now is not what you remember. The formulation changed. Quality degraded. Corporate ownership destroyed it. You're buying a memory, not actual good ice cream. You're paying premium prices for frozen dairy dessert with fake chocolate coating because of childhood nostalgia. That's the business model. Number 3. Arctic Zero. Marketed as ultimate healthy ice cream. Zero sugar in some varieties. Low calorie. Keto friendly. Arctic Zero is not ice cream. Labeled frozen dessert. Almost no dairy fat. Made from pureed fruit and fiber. Sweetened with monk fruit and erythritol. Terrible texture. Icy. Rainy. Like frozen protein shake. Not creamy. Health claims are misleading. Low calorie but not satisfying. You eat the entire pint. Your brain wants real fat and sugar, so you eat more later. Arctic Zero is fake food for people trapped in diet culture. Just eat real ice cream in moderation. Number 2. Breyers. This is the biggest betrayal in the ice cream industry. The most painful decline. The clearest example of corporate destruction of American food quality. Breyers was founded in 1866. Philadelphia. William Breyer sold ice cream from a horse-drawn wagon. For over 140 years, Breyers made real ice cream. Simple ingredients. Milk. Cream. Sugar. That's it. The company had a famous pledge. Written on every package. Breyers ice cream is made with fresh cream, real sugar, and nothing else. That was their brand identity. Their promise to customers. Real ingredients. No artificial anything. No preservatives. No gums. No corn syrup. Just cream, sugar, and natural flavoring. American families trusted Breyers for generations. It was the ice cream grandparents bought. Parents grew up eating. Children loved. Real ice cream that tasted like cream. Then Unilever bought the company in 1993. Everything changed. Not immediately. The destruction was gradual. Insidious. Corporate slow-motion betrayal. The formula changed. Year by year. Cream was reduced. Milk increased. Then skim milk added. Corn syrup introduced. Gums and stabilizers appeared. Air pumped in. The famous pledge disappeared from packaging. because they could no longer make that claim. The ice cream wasn't made with cream, sugar, and nothing else anymore. By the 2010s, most Breyers varieties could no longer legally be called ice cream. Look at the label carefully. Frozen dairy dessert. Not ice cream. Breyers, the brand that built its entire reputation on real ice cream, can't call their product ice cream anymore because it doesn't meet FDA standards. Less than 10% milk fat. Too many additives. Too much air. The current Breyers ingredient list is identical to the worst industrial brands. Milk. Not cream. Milk listed first. Sugar. Corn syrup. Whey. Mono and diglycerides. Gargum. Carob bean gum. Carrageenan. Natural and artificial flavor. Annatto for color. Vitamin A palmitate. This reads like a chemistry experiment. Not ice cream. This is betrayal. Generational trust destroyed. For profit. Unilever took an iconic American brand with over a century of quality and degraded it completely. Turned it into frozen dairy dessert. Industrial foam with chemicals. And continues selling it on nostalgia. On brand recognition. On the trust built before they bought the company. Older Americans remember real Breyers. The pledge. The simple ingredients. The cream-forward flavor. They buy it thinking it's still the same. It's not. It's frozen dairy dessert. Industrial foam. Corporate deception. Using the Breyers name. Exploiting 140 years of reputation. While delivering garbage. If you want to understand what corporate consolidation does to food quality, study Breyers. It's the perfect case study. American brand with heritage and trust. Bought by multinational corporation. Systematically degraded. Formula cheapened. Quality destroyed. All while maintaining the packaging and branding. Counting on customer loyalty and brand inertia. Betting that people won't read the label. Won't notice frozen dairy dessert instead of ice cream. Won't taste the difference. Or won't care enough to stop buying. That bet has largely paid off. Breyers is still a top-selling brand. Because of recognition. Because of memories. Not because of quality. The quality is gone, and now. Number 1. The absolute worst. Store brand frozen dairy dessert. Kroger brand. Safeway brand. Stop and Shop brand. Every generic supermarket brand. These are the bottom of the barrel. Contract manufactured by whoever bids lowest. No quality standards. No consistent formulation. Just cheap frozen product. Ingredient lists are nightmares. Skim milk. Water. Corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. Whey. Coconut oil. Palm kernel oil. Multiple gums and stabilizers. Cellulose. Artificial flavors. Artificial colors. Minimal actual dairy. Maximum air. This is industrial waste marketed as ice cream. And it's almost always labeled frozen dairy dessert, because it legally cannot be called ice cream. Too little milk fat. Too many fillers. Too much air. It doesn't meet FDA standards for ice cream. Store brand frozen dairy dessert is what you buy when you prioritize price over everything. And you get what you pay for. Frozen foam. Chemical aftertaste. No satisfaction. You eat the entire container and still want real ice cream. Because this isn't ice cream. It's industrial approximation. So what should Americans buy? Real ice cream. From brands that still make it. Here's what to look for. Häagen-Dazs. Simple ingredients. Cream before milk. Real sugar. No corn syrup. No gums. No artificial flavoring. Just cream, milk, sugar, eggs, and real flavoring. This is what ice cream should be. Tillamook. An Oregon farmer-owned cooperative. Real ice cream. High cream content. No artificial growth hormones. Transparent sourcing. Better ingredients. Jeni splendid ice creams. Small batch. Real ingredients. Grass-fed dairy. Fair trade certified. No synthetic additives. Premium price. But you're getting real ice cream. Graders. A Cincinnati brand. Still family owned. French pot process. Small batches. Real ingredients. Distributed regionally. Excellent quality. Even Ben and Jerry's. Despite being owned by Unilever. Still makes real ice cream. Cream before milk. Real sugar. No corn syrup. Fair trade, certified. The quality hasn't been destroyed like Breyers. Yet. When buying ice cream, read the label. If it says frozen dairy dessert, put it back. It's not ice cream. Look at the ingredients. The first ingredient should be cream. Not milk. Not skim milk. Cream. Sugar should be sugar. Not corn syrup. There should be no gums or stabilizers. No mono and diglycerides. No artificial flavors. Real ice cream has 5 to 8 ingredients. If you see 15 ingredients, it's industrial product. And expect to pay more. Real ice cream costs more. Cream is expensive. Real vanilla is expensive. Small batch production is expensive. But you're getting actual ice cream, not frozen foam with chemicals. Here's what every American needs to understand. The ice cream aisle is full of deception. Brands you trusted for generations have been destroyed. Breyers can't even call their product ice cream anymore. Corporate consolidation demolished quality. Unilever owns Breyers, Klondike, Good Humor, Ben & Jerry's, Talenti, and Magnum. Nestle owns Häagen-Dazs, Dryer/Eddie's, Skinny Cow, and Drumstick. Ferneri owns multiple brands globally. A handful of corporations control most of what you see. They compete on price, not quality. They reduce cream, add air, use cheap sweeteners, pump in stabilizers, create frozen dairy dessert, and sell it as ice cream, using nostalgia and brand recognition. Every ice cream purchase is a choice. Cheap industrial foam versus real ice cream. Corn syrup and gums versus cream and sugar. Corporate profit versus quality. You don't have to spend a fortune. But you should buy real ice cream. Not frozen dairy dessert. Not chemical-laden diet products. Real ingredients. Made by companies that haven't betrayed consumer trust. And if this is what happened to ice cream, what happened to yogurt? To cheese? To milk? The entire dairy industry has been industrialized. Quality destroyed. Profit maximized. Consumers deceived. We're investigating all of it. Subscribe for more American food industry exposés. Turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Stay informed. And read the label before you buy ice cream.